Okay, so I just this idea was given to me by my plumbing supplier. He built this pressure system for me. Basically, he put, as you can see, a pipe threaded together with a valve where I can put air in and a pressure gauge. I think maybe around 15 bucks or something like that. I don't remember. It wasn't too expensive. So I just put 5 psi. I read on internet for a drainage system, you just have to pressurize for 5 psi for 15 minutes. I just put a 5 psi there, and I don't know how long it's gonna hold, just to test the system. So with air, I would have normally tested it with water. I heard it's much easier, but we can't do that because we need the height for the water. We need and this is the roughing. So just to talk about my how this came about, I'm gonna go over just before he shows up. I'm gonna go over the drainage here. So basically, in the far end, I have a washroom on the first floor, and this is a toilet, 3-inch. It goes out, turns into 4-inch. Just to be on the safe side of passing inspection, I decided majority of my drain will be 4-inch. So I just go one extra so that there's no argument for inspection. This one is for the bathtub. The P-trap is sitting here, and these are the air vent, and the air vent for the wash, for the toilet, air vent for the bathtub, and sink will tie to one of those 2 air vents. Going back, I have another washroom in a laundry room / powder room. There's one toilet with a vent, goes into the main stack. So it's the black line. Now I have something unique here. This is a greywater line, which connects upstairs with all the greywaters and laundry whatnot. Now, what I decided to do, originally I was gonna separate it and have it exit by that far door over there. But I'm gonna talk about later on how the topology of this land, how it worked to my benefit. I think it's fate's or God's work that I ended up putting it here. I'll explain that a little bit later. But for this here, for the gray water, I plan to just lay a pipe, a 3-inch pipe, right about here, where my foot is, and right about there, where my foot is, and lay it so it comes out. So I built one hole over there for the future, so it comes out right here. So if in the future, if I want to separate gray water, I can do that. But I was just gonna lay it. I'm not gonna connect it because I don't have the plan. If I tie it, it's gonna be a problem. So it's just gonna lay. In the future, if say a few years from now, I can dig in there through the concrete and install, separate the gray water from the black. But otherwise, it goes into the black there. And this is the main stack for the black. It goes all the way up, and it joins here, and picks up a toilet and another bathroom there. So 2 full bathroom and a half on this floor. And it joins back there and it comes out. And there's one clean out on that corner. Now, so this here I planned it. I made a hole 1.5 foot deep, thinking I could get two lines out. It turned out that I didn't think all that 1.5 inch would be used by the time it gets up to there. It turned out that we used all 1.5 inch and actually came a little bit up. So 1/4 inch is the grade per foot. And this is what it looks like so far. It looks nice. Now I want to talk about how fate came together for me. Originally, I had no choice but to put the house up here on the bedrock, because the way the topology of this land is, and by the way, I purchased it on internet blindly, 1.5 acres. So it drops about 15 foot over there. That's a piece of land, is also belongs to me, where all these trees are. And if I were to build a house over there, it would have been a nightmare because all the water would gush into it. So I had to put a high point find a high point, and this is a high point. This is the only place I could put the house. It turned out that the way house is situated, where you see that wall there, majority of it drops about 4 foot there, and about 6 foot down that corner. And that came to my favor because when I'm building the toilet and easily drain, I don't have to dig through any rock, anything like that. I didn't have to raise this up to accommodate this grade. So it's just by luck, all the rocks here sitting around the right way, it's dropping enough, about 4 foot over here the right way, around that area, same thing, and that corner, same thing. I can't believe it, how everything came together for the way this bedrock is. It's just amazing. And you look at the also everything is by gravity. And somehow by chance, it just so happened there was a big valley here. So this area is a big valley. It goes out toward that direction. And the guy who installed the septic tank, he said, "You're lucky, man. It's like the best, perfect place, right beside the house, and the perfect distance to meet the code, and the perfect place to put it, and everything is by gravity, it drains by gravity into there. It's amazing. And then the water, perfect distance for code, is on that corner there, and it comes out over there. It's just amazing." And I'm like, how does it happen? And I purchased the land by I was just Googling at my workplace when I was working in Borden or near Berry, and I saw a lot for 1.5 acres, and it was sitting there not selling for 2 years, and it was a good deal, so I just blindly purchased it. And I was talking to my neighbor, and such a great neighbor that I have. I'm going to talk about my neighbors. The neighbor that next to me, toward Kingston, he said that this land used to belong to him. He owns 25 acres land right beside me, and he wanted to sever them and sell some of them. The city would not allow him. So the city only allowed him to sever this long time ago, 1.5 acres. The city doesn't sever 1.5 acres land anymore. The minimum is 2 acres. It has to be in this area. So this just happened to be 1.5 acre. So, and such a great neighbor. Right beside me, there's another neighbor, amazing guy. He's extremely helpful. I can't thank him enough. He helped me many times when I was building this footing. I had some problem in that corner where one of the handyman that I hired to finish off the footing just kind of blocked it for me. It was too much work. He did not. He made a mistake of blocking the concrete to go through on a step footing, and I didn't know how to do that. Cut it. He came out and gave me an idea and helped me cut it in this corner here, and helped me avoid a big disaster. Also, when I need ideas to come talk to him, he will come up, he will help me out, and he gave me an idea how I can mark these trenches with using a rebar and a hammer, and hammering in using string line and following my string line. A few minutes he spent, he showed me, and I was able to plot out all this. So yeah, from time to time I go to him for advice. He will come up here, and he will always been helpful. So I really can't thank him enough. So this land, things came together perfectly. We'll see what the inspector will say. I think so far I talked 9 minutes on this phone, and it looks like it's holding. The air is holding there at 5 pounds. We'll see. Wait for the inspector, and we'll see what he says. I am happy so far. This is my design. I have all the measurements for him, how far from the wall, that kind of stuff, and it looks like things are coming together. So stay tuned, subscribe, and of course I'm gonna edit this video. Subscribe and help me out. I think I have a lot to share. For now, that's all I have to say. I purchased this pump Kijiji, a good price. It's helped me out, and I decide always to keep my my generator in a van. I never take it out because I don't want things to be stolen. So yeah, my cousin with his friend is coming tomorrow to help me anchor this, right? To help me anchor this, all the walls, and then if I'm sure I'll pass the test. We'll see. When I pass the test, I will put this in, level everything, and then go from there. Thank you.